Louisa Runnalls. I'm from up in St. Robert, Missouri, and today I'm tying a BUB Fly, which stands for Big Ugly Bug. It was designed by a gentleman named Chuck Tryon to take his wife fishing and make sure she caught fish. It's a real good fly for smallies, but the largemouth, trout, bluegill won't turn their noses up on it. So let's get started. What we have here is a Tiemco 200R hook or a Daiichi 1270. It's just a long shank, straight-eyed hook. I'm going to take .20 lead and I'm going to put 10 wraps on there. And just finish wrapping the lead around, smooth it down a little bit. Just use your fingernails to do that.
I like it. What's your favorite color?
Then I'm going to take any old regular thread, usually a heavier flossy thread, and what I'm going to do is tie that lead down, centered in between the eye and the hook point. And I'm going to make sure it doesn't move. Then I'm going to build this thread up a little bit on either end so I get a nice smooth body going.
Johnny Chamness, who showed me the pattern using the strike indicators and he showed me the basic pattern.
Cover up all the lead wraps.
And he prefers light green.
I really do like a rotary vise because then I can turn this around, look on the back side, see how it looks that way.
Okay. Then again, I use pearl leaders. Cool.
All right. Then I'm just going to throw some half hitches in that.
Killers. Well, I like the fishing brand.
Cut that thread off. And then start my thread that I'm actually going to tie with, which is just 6/0 yellow thread. Of course, I like to use the thread of the color of the fly that I'm using. We'll start it in the front, bring it all the way to back, almost to the hook barb, but not quite. I'm going to build it up a little bit right there. First thing I'm going to tie in is medium round rubber. And quite simply all that is medium round rubber, but I'm going to have two pieces and I'm going to leave them together to do this. I'm going to get that about halfway, half in the front, half in the back. I'm going to bring it under my thread. That's just to hold it down.
All right, thanks, Skip.
So tie it down so it comes up to the top.
Appreciate your service.
Then I'm going to tie that rubber down right on top of the hook.
You'll either love it or hate it. So far, he's still going home about it. He joined like last August, but Marines are.
Make sure it's pretty secure on there, and then I'm going to turn and look at the top of the hook and make sure most of that is right dead center on the top of the hook.
Real big on support. Marines. They're all fighters. They're all right there in the middle of it. They're shooters. Okay.
Then the next thing I'm going to do, I've chosen a really nice yellow feather. I'm just going to strip some of it back.
If he has any doubts about himself, they'll absolutely disappear by the time he's out.
Tie that in.
Yes, sir. People have told us that. He won't be the same kid that we drop off when he gets through. Oh, no. Boot camp. Absolutely not. We had a guy.
Then I'm going to take some chenille. Now this is a size 2. You can also use ultra chenille, standard size. Peacock Earl is another good color. Strip off a little at the end and tie that in.
like him before he left. When he left, yeah. It was only a year.
Tie that down.
Between a year and 2 years.
Do a half hitch.
Just like Joe, he couldn't even put up with it. Well, he's dropping 22.
And then I'm going to use my rotary feature, and I'm just going to wind this chenille right on the hook. Trying to keep it pretty even all the way to the front. Tie it off. I like to use 3 wraps behind, then 3 wraps in front. Pull it back a little bit, snip it. I'm going to put another little half hitch in there. And then with the rotary feature again, I'm going to palmer this one. With an extra turn in the front. Tie it off. 3 behind. 3 in the front. And I'm going to pull all that back. Put a couple of wraps right under that rubber. Get everything a little push to the back. Then I'm going to do a double whip finish. I don't use head cement on this fly, just personal preference. Now if I get any errant hairs that went in front of the hook eye, I just trim those off, or burbles I should say. Then I pull that front antennae back and measure it to just back of the hook. Pull it, give it a little pull, cut it. It flares those. I do the same with the back, measuring it out to the hook eye. Give it a little pull, trim it, twist it if need be. That's a done deal. One each BUB Fly.